Okay, let's.
Yeah. Um. So today we will discuss about books and reading books, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me start first about the books. To be honest, I don't spend a lot of time on reading book. I think the kind of books I often read the textbook or some scientific books such as economics book or something like yeah. So I didn't have a lot of ideas tell you about reading books. Although I know that reading books is really necessary and very important to everyone to get the knowledge and information, but I didn't have this.
You don't have time to read book.
No, it isn't. Time is not the problem. I mean, I comparing with watching TV or searching the information from other resources. I don't like reading book a lot.
Me too. Because I remember when I got a child.
Yeah.
My father said to me that he didn't allow me to read a comic. So since so after that and until now I don't like reading book, but sometimes I like read a poem. Yes.
Yeah.
I think when people they want to read a book, maybe at this time you want to find quiet place. Yes.
Yeah. Some people said that reading books is a peaceful hobby. Peaceful
Yes.
hobby is you can find some silent place and you can read the book and imagine many things when you read it. It's very good for your brain because your brain will have to be proactive every time when you read the book. Yeah, I know the benefit of reading book, but it's quite hard for me to start reading a book. I just always spend time for reading the textbook or read some stories, the horrible stories about the ghost, something like yeah, horrible story. Because it's more interesting than the scientific books or some kind of book about the economic or economy about the
Yes, and I think we also think that, and maybe fewer people they like to read some economic or policy book. It's very boring.
and I think nowadays when the television and the smartphone or some kind of technology devices become popular and reading book, I think it wastes a lot of time.
if you have a smartphone or a laptop or some smart equipment, I think people they also want to read a book, but instead textbook or comic, they will read ebook. Yeah.
Ebook, yeah. But the books I mentioned is traditional books. It means yeah, you can say you have to bring very large book with you to go somewhere. Instead of bring a large book, you can bring just only a smartphone, and in the smartphone you can find a lot of materials to read. Yeah, so I think that's the reason why I don't like reading book, and many people also also don't like it too.
Maybe we can practice reading habit, but not reading book. Yes.
Yeah.
Because but if I can choose between ebook and choice book, I also like choice book, because when we want to read it, we can it's traditional book will good for our health, for our eyes. Yes.
For your eyes.
And if you read ebook more and more time, is harmful, because in the past, sometimes I read a passage or on ebook overnight, and
overnight.
Yes. And when I went to sleep, I feel very tired. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you that using smartphone or laptop to read a book is harmful to your eyes.
Yeah.
But we cannot, phủ nhận the benefits of the ebook.
Yes.
So
I want to ask you, when do you when do you read a book?
Read a book?
Yes.
Textbook?
Book or ebook, or some book do you like? Some book you like?
Recently, I have read a book, this kind of book called Woman in White. So my friend recommended this book to me, so I read it. At the first time, I wasn't interested in this book, but after that, when I read, and I can see something very interesting, especially about the ghosts. Yeah, the ghosts. So I think that the book I read recently, and sometimes I will just
But I want to know when I mean the time when you read book at night, or when you have free time, or when you want to be relaxed. Yeah.
In my free time, to be honest, because the book I read is an ebook, so I can use my smartphone to read it during over the school breaks when I'm studying at the university, and I get for about 15 minutes for breaking. So yeah, in this time I will open open the book and read it. I seldom read the book before going to bed because at this time I cannot open my eyes to read anything, so I just only go to bed and sleep until the next morning, tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Maybe seeing I go to school until now I haven't read whole of the book.
Yeah.
Because maybe some page or some content of book I like, so I read. But some content or some page I don't like, and I skip it. And on my birthday last year,
Yeah.
Mr. Thao gave me a book, but I just give it on my table. And I haven't seen a book.
Yeah.
But he, although he said that I should read a book because it's a book that talk about communication.
Oh, communication.
I don't like that.
Okay. So, do you like?
You said you like some horrible book.
Yeah.
Talk about ghosts.
Yeah.
Do you like this book? You like content book on what are the benefits of this book
Yeah.
bring for you?
To be honest, the content of books is surprising, and I cannot predict the next part when I cannot predict the events will happen in the books when for example, I read the chapter 1 and I cannot predict the events in the chapter 2 because there were a lot of surprising events will happen the next, and it's make me feel sometimes it make me feel a little bit scared when I read some description about the ghost and some actions of the ghost, but I got some funny thing because when I stay at home by myself, I imagine the ghost, and yeah.
Yes, I know.
It gives me a lot of đưa ra rất là nhiều những cái hình ảnh quái dị đáng sợ. Thỉnh thoảng còn em sẽ nghĩ đến cái đấy.
my point of view opposite you. I don't like this kind of book because my memory is very good and my imagination is very phong phú. Yes, and I remember when I learned secondary school. On this lesson, the teacher talked about horror book to everyone, and until now, some memory I still remember it. Yes, and so sometimes I feel very scared. Yes, so I don't like this book because I have long-term memory and short-term memory is also better. Also better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if someone who talk about to me, I think I can't listen more and more. Yeah.
Yeah. And another benefit I get from reading horrible books, is I can learn a huge number of vocabulary. Because I read this book in English, so I can learn the number of vocabulary, some adjectives, useful adjectives, for me to use to describe some horrible thing, such as ghosts, maybe the very the atmosphere at night, for example, because in this book there are a lot of scenes. The writer writes about the night and about the white ghost đi lang thang. Yeah, đi lang thang.
Yes. When I learned about Academy as Thanh Tước on Vĩnh Phúc province, our room turn on the horrible audio. Yes, and we at this time I don't feel dangerous or scared, but my friend he can't listen here and he forced to me to change the best and I must change for him, and at this time I saw out the window many tomb opposite me, but I just going to sleep and doesn't think about ghosts or about some horrible thing. But in horrible book is the opposite. Yes. And do you like poem?
Poem?
Yeah.
No. Poem. I think sometimes I cannot understand 100% the meaning of this poem, so I don't like poem. Yeah, especially in English.
I also do, but sometimes I want to read poem because some poetry they wrote some poem and when after I write it, I think it's very light to my situation. Yes, and um, and sometimes when my emotion is not good,
Yeah.
in my mind, I just I only think about write something, write a poem, and
Oh. Oh.
some and you can see many um, poem I wrote on my Facebook and
Wow.
some people they maybe they feel surprised
Yeah.
but because they they doesn't because they haven't seen I wrote it before. Yes, but I think write poem is maybe it's not difficult for me, but my poem is maybe spent for some people they losing or something like this.
Oh. So surprised. So,
I just write a poem when I feel sad. Yes.
yeah. So, in the next lesson at Sunshine English Group, I'd like to invite you to read a poem in front of other members in our group. Are you okay?
Sometimes I think I will read some poem, but poem about our club is
No, not about our club. And
anything.
poem, yeah, about everything. And the most the best poem you think you can read read it and
The best.
yeah, the best one.
I have written many things, but I
You couldn't remember?
maybe it's very short, but I don't give it or a book or not notebook and now maybe is and I couldn't remember, but sometimes if people want if I have a good feeling I will create something. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope that um so I hope that on Sunday you will feel great and feel good.
Oh.
Yeah, to create a poem for everyone in our group to hear it.
Sunday
You
is
can
very
prepare it.
fast.
You can prepare it before go to the class on Sunday. Maybe from now to the Saturday or the early Sunday, you can write a poem and you can bring it to the our club to read it.
But my poem is very short.
Okay.
For sentence or 5 sentence. Yes.
That's okay.
Yes. I apologize. But this wish maybe it's very
A little bit difficult.
yes.
So the next week,
okay.
you get a lot of time
Next week, yes.
for preparing.
Yeah. mm, um, how about your work now?
That's okay. Nothing special. Normal.
Yeah, I can call you now a teacher. Yes.
No. So I think we can stop the conversation at here.
Yeah.
In the next time, next week we will chat and talk.
Talk about your work.
Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night. Have a
Bye.
good day. Bye.
Bye.